Sometimes parents spot very early on the direction their child's life will take. Little hints and signals begin to show themselves here and there. Eventually, they begin to form a trend that snowballs and points to a possible future. But in the earliest years of Ariana Grande's life, her mother, Joan, was not wondering if her daughter would take a musical path. Instead, she feared her little girl was set for a darker direction. As for Ariana, she knew just how her mother felt. There was a stage when I was 3 or 4 where my mom thought I might grow up to be a serial killer, she joked in Billboard of her earliest years. Although the pop princess was exaggerating for comic effect, as is her wont in so many interviews, her description of her childhood interests as dark and deranged has a hint of truth. Looking back, she remembers how she enjoyed painting her face to make herself look like a skeleton. She would also often be seen wearing a Freddy Krueger mask, the serial killer from A Nightmare on Elm Street from the 1980s, who used his razor-bearing glove to kill people. Krueger's burned, disfigured face, his stripy jumper, brown fedora hat, and trademark metal-clawed hand terrified audiences who saw the strictly adult-rated film. His murderous antics were not ones that many little girls were meant to see. It was a gory and grown-up movie for Ariana to take to, but she has always had a taste for the scarier pictures. For instance, from her early years, she loved Jaws and Jurassic Park. Directed by Steven Spielberg, Jaws was one of the biggest hit films of the 1970s, but not one that was intended for young eyes. A gripping movie, it features a huge man-eating shark that terrifies beachgoers in New England, USA. Its soundtrack has become synonymous with suspense and terror. Indeed, more squeamish adults struggle to stay the course of the movie because of the level of tension, and many who watch the film found themselves too scared to swim in the sea for years afterwards. Young Ariana, however, showed steel beyond her years in being able to stomach it. Her other childhood favorite, Jurassic Park, was released in the year of her birth and is a less sinister film, yet still graphic in its own way. Again directed by Spielberg, this 1993 flick was set in a vast park inhabited by dinosaurs that had been cloned from ancient DNA. Although Jurassic Park is a more family-friendly film than Jaws, neither were made with younger children in mind. That Ariana watched and enjoyed them suggests she was a discerning viewer and knew what she liked, even in her early years, and that in some senses, at least, she was not on the most restrictive of parental leashes. Her parents were indeed liberal when it came to Ariana's exposure to adult culture. Even family outings sometimes saw Ariana take in some grown-up art. When I was 7 years old, my mom took me to see Rocky Horror, she told Time magazine. That's just how my family is. We're just this Italian family that loves slightly raunchy humor. The family were well off and based in the upwardly mobile Les Jardins area of Boca Raton, a Floridian coastal town. Ariana remembers the house as a perfect home to grow up in.